Livingston are going down to the Championship. Barry Robson is going down to the Job Centre, and according to Chris Sutton, the title fight is going down to the wire. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football here for your Spfl midweek review show. We've seen Livingston continue to be shite. We've seen another defeat for Aberdeen, and both old firm clubs continued to win. So therefore, the 8-point gap remains.
Yes, it does, but we have to rewind the clock back to Tuesday, where Stuart Kettlewell's arse dropped like a kettle without the button getting sliced down. Ain't that right?
Sliced down? Jesus, just shut your mouth. I'll continue the review for you. 3-0 Ross County. Didn't expect this, but Derek Adams, he's done a pretty good job since coming in. Convincing win here. Really poor now for Motherwell. It's such a bad run of results. I don't think they've won a game in their last 10. That is just not good enough.
I've got one reason why. I've just clocked the second bookie. Georgie Gent.
Fuck
off. But, Stuart playing somebody with that name.
Motherwell got off to a really good start, and without that start, though, they would be in deep shit. They would be last in the table. I think Stuart Kettlewell will get time, but I don't think he's got a lot of time. I think he needs to find results, and I think he needs to find them sooner rather than later, because at the moment, if Livingston weren't in this league, I would be seriously worried for Motherwell.
Would you be worried for Aberdeen, though?
I think Aberdeen's squad's too good, and I think they'll get rid of Barry Robson before there's any serious threat of relegation. But I did say that Barry Robson wasn't the right man when they appointed him. He came in, he got some results, but even he went on a winning streak, but it was a little bit like Michael Beale towards the end of last season, where the results were good, but the performances weren't. And I just knew Aberdeen were going to take the cheap option. Barry Robson's not the guy that's going to lead Aberdeen to big things. They talk about one day splitting the old firm and trying to be title chat. You ain't doing that with Barry Robson, all right? They should have invested money, got a good manager, but they went with the cheap manager. They went with the cheap option. So many Scottish clubs do it when the interim comes in and gets a couple of good results. And you just know it's not going to work. I mean, I've no issue with Motherwell keeping Stuart Kettlewell, but a club that claims to be massive like Aberdeen, they should not have gave this job to Barry Robson, and now they're paying the price for it.
They are paying the price for it, but 3-0 there for Ross County. That was the only game on Tuesday, but if we move in to the action here on Wednesday, St Johnstone battle the Saints, St Mirren are crumbling.
Right, Michael Stewart refused to give Craig Levein any credit because he's a bitter wee bastard, but I'll give Craig Levein a lot of credit. The guy's done a great job since he came in. I believe it's 2 wins, a draw, and 2 defeats.
Against Hearts and Celtic.
Now, Michael Stewart's saying that's average. No. For a team that was bottom of the table and struggling, that's fantastic. Alright, Michael Stewart, when you're fucking necking, I know you hate Craig Levein, but just be unbiased, just give credit where credit's due. Is 2 wins, a draw, and 2 defeats good for a team like Celtic and Rangers? Absolutely not. Is it good for even a team like Hearts, Hibs, or Aberdeen? No, but when you consider St Johnstone looked down and fucking dead and buried, then that is a tremendous set of results. And like you said, the 2 defeats are coming against Celtic, which they were unlucky in and almost got something from. And Hearts would only lost by 1 goal.
If he keeps averaging that, I mean, he's going to have like 41 points by the time he's played 30 games, which is going to keep them up.
Yeah, so let's just give Craig Levein a bit of credit, or a lot of credit. I think he's done a great job. They did get it late. Chris Kane missing the penalty, but he did get the goal
in the
after
end.
that. So, a good win for St Johnstone, but St Mirren, a little bit similar to Motherwell. The only thing I would say is their like run of bad results happened later, therefore they're still in a pretty good position. But if St Mirren continue on this run, once we get like 6-7 games down the line, then St Mirren are going to find themselves out the top 6.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That will happen. I mean, undoubtedly. But let's move to Glasgow, as we've got Celtic 4-1 against Hibs. And Hibs just not getting up for the fight here. You know what? They've shown promise going forward, but Celtic won 4-1. There was a lot of discontent at Celtic Park. And I think O is the starting striker for Celtic right now.
No,
I am.
I don't think...
I'm going to take back everything I said about O. You know why? Because he's fucking better than anything Rangers have got.
Well, that might be the key. He might be better than any striker Rangers have got, but he's not better than Kyogo.
I'm not saying he's better than Kyogo, but right now on form, I think he
What
warrants a start.
What I would
Kyogo.
say is, I think people are too harsh on. Oh, he doesn't. A lot of the times he's getting brought on with not a lot of time to do anything, and like if you're coming on and your team's already winning and you're 3-0 up or whatnot, it's just not. It's a striker. You don't really get to make that much of an impact. I think for O to actually see how good O is, we're going to need O to get more starts, or maybe even see if they can do something where O and Kyogo can play together. Maybe that's a possibility. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but I think it's harsh to blame O and criticise O for not being that great when he really does have limited game time. Even though he's a second choice striker, he very rare. He just doesn't get that much time when he's getting brought on. He's getting brought on with not a lot left on the clock. So, but he got a start, and he did very well. And I think he has a good finisher. You could certainly make a case he's a better finisher than Kyogo. I don't think anyone would claim that he's a better all-round player, but I'd say as a finisher in terms of shooting, I think he might be better than Kyogo.
Kyogo hasn't scored in about 10 games, so that's why I think O should start. Obviously, he's not better. I'm not saying that, but what I would say is, when was the last time the Old Firm actually played two up top? No, I don't really care what Celtic do. I wish the worst for them. But for Rangers' point of view, are you not sick of the Old Firm playing 4-3-3?
Yeah, it's a bit boring. And back to the O point, who knows? Maybe if O actually did get a run of games, that would maybe improve Kyogo. Maybe taking Kyogo out the starting 11 for a bit. Maybe resting him for a while. Could actually...
It could. I think with Angelo, the pressing thing, it just helped. I think that suited Kyogo a lot more.
Out of all the current... I can't think of one Celtic player that's playing better now under Rodgers than they did Ange. I mean, I get it. Thingy, O'Reilly's having a great season, but I think he's just having a great season. I don't think that's necessarily...
He's the only one of Scales, but he wasn't really...
count him.
Yeah.
But if you compare all the players, no one's playing better now under Rodgers than they were Ange, and I think that's also a worry, so we'll see.
This is a worry, though. Barry Robson. Oh, not a good day for him. 92nd minute. Davy Watson.
I mean, a draw
would have... from Prestwick, mate, I had.
A draw would have been bad enough, considering that Kilmarnock are shite away from home, and Aberdeen would have been expecting to win this. So a 0-0 draw would have been a terrible result, in my opinion, for Aberdeen, but to lose it in the 92nd minute, I don't think it's going to cost Barry Robson his job, but this certainly will not help. Barry Robson,
cup finals up soon.
I mean, he's got Hearts up soon. He's got the cup final. If he doesn't start getting some wins in the league, and if he loses the cup final, then I wouldn't be surprised. I say they'd be gone by Christmas. I think I could be right.
Let's just say he wins the cup final, right?
There's a lot of games to be played in December.
Fucking horrendous. How long can they seriously keep him, even if he wins the League Cup final?
I think a League Cup win over Rangers.
They take relegation?
No.
Oh.
But I think they would take a really shit, bottom six, 10th, 9th place finish if it meant winning a League Cup, especially with a victory over Rangers.
Do you think Aberdeen would seriously rather finish 11th and not win the League Cup, but win the League Cup against Rangers and get relegated for a season?
No, who's talking about relegation?
No,
relegation's not an option, right?
I'm throwing scenarios in here, and you're hitting them out like fucking Andy Murray.
Scenarios are shite. They will not accept relegation, but they will accept a shite finishing position in the league if it means getting a cup and beating Rangers.
Well, you know what? They're not going to beat Rangers because Rangers are going to turn up. Rangers are going to slap them at Hampden. Heard it here first. Barry Robson, I say that actually, he's actually got an incredible record against Rangers, so maybe I need to sort myself out there.
Has he lost to Rangers?
Aye.
When?
Pretty sure.
Because he beat them in the split. Then he beat them in the first game this season.
When did he get the job?
Well, 11 games to go. Did they play Rangers before the split? Was he in charge for that one?
Well, I'll tell you what. He actually might be undefeated against Rangers. And see, for that reason alone, even if he's not, say he lost the game at Ibrox, the first one, I think it would be... I don't think Aberdeen should sack their manager, Barry Robson, before the cup final, because he clearly gets them working against Rangers. I think you give him to that game at least. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
And this ain't... I mean, I know Spurs sacked Mourinho, but I don't think you should sack a manager before.
That was out of bitterness, though.
That was...
That was just because they didn't want his record to win the trophy at every club to continue. They fucking shafted him. Although, why a club that are serial losers would sack a manager that's a serial winner before a cup final? That is dumb.
It's dumb. But let's talk about serial losers. Hearts of Midlothian. Oh, but we won 4 in a row. Well, it's not 5, is it?
Well, no, it's hard to win though when you're taking on Rangers and Wally Collins referee. So.
Oh, hold on. Willie Collum, right, is...
A wanker.
Aye, but he's not a Rangers man.
Aye, yes.
No, he's not.
Everyone who dons the fucking black shirt's a Rangers man, right?
Aye.
Every man that puts that whistle to his lips is a Rangers man.
Oh, you sound like a fucking Celtic fan.
Ah, well, the Celtic fans too.
Well, take it away. Your team, we're shite.
They're shite. I want Nielsen out. I don't give a fuck if we won 10 in a row.
Nielsen it.
Naismith out.
Aye, you wish you won 10 in a row. You won 4
It's
in a row.
embarrassing. We just can't score goals. We were promised attacking football, and we ain't getting nothing. This football's putting us to sleep. I don't give a shit if we beat Diddy teams in the league by the odd goal. It's not good enough, right? We're not going anywhere. Yeah, we picked up a couple wins in a row, but who cares, right? That's just it's luck. It's nothing more than fucking luck. Naismith's not the man to take us forward. Bite the bullet now, get rid of him, and fucking invest money and bring in a good manager. That's all we're asking for. Just bring in someone with a bit of pedigree, someone that actually can win things, someone that's got success at a former fucking club. I mean, we were after that guy with the Portuguese, Spanish-sounding name. He had a good track record. He
Pedro
could.
Casinha.
No, definitely not him. And we didn't get him, and we just give Stephen the cheap option. Scottish clubs will never learn. They complain about it being a 2-horse league, yet none of them have the fucking balls to actually spend a bit of money and try, or just be adventurous, man. Make a bold appointment. But no, we'll stick with the cheap option. This guy came in. At least Barry Robson can claim that he had a good run as interim manager. Naismith came in and finished further behind Aberdeen than Nielsen was. And he was the man that was supposed to come in and guarantee third place. But then he came in. The reason they got rid of Nielsen was to secure third place. If Naismith comes in, third place ain't important. What a load of fucking pish. Get him out the club.
Heard it here first. Good win for Rangers, though. Good goal. But Rangers, not good enough up front. But there is the league table. Look at that. Phenomenal reading.
Are you alright?
I'm fucking buzzing. I'm sick of looking at -8. That's what I'm sick of looking at. I mean, your team... what can Hearts ask for? You're third. Easy, comfortable third.
We're 1 point ahead of St Mirren.
Aye, who are shite.
And 2 points ahead of Hibernian.
Aye, well, you've got a game in hand over them.
Aye, well, what good's that? Look at the goals. Played 15, scored 14. That's fucking shite.
That's not good.
We're averaging less than a goal a game.
I tell you what though, if Hearts actually, like, you're right, if they had a good manager, they could be challenging up the top.
I'm not saying challenging, but we could be at least closer.
Well, I think with Rangers' start to this season, there's no reason why a team in Scotland couldn't.
No, it's pissing me the fuck off. I actually can't remember the last time I felt like Hearts were going into Celtic and Rangers games with a chance. Now, yeah, there's been some games where we gave them close, but I think it's like 10 defeats in a row to Celtic. This was never the case.
Yeah, it's unforgivable, that.
I think it's unfair. I just don't understand what's happened. And I know Aberdeen always sort of give Rangers a game, but like Aberdeen Celtic. When was the last time Aberdeen got a positive result against Celtic?
I believe it was. I think it was a free each game during the Rangers title win, and then before that, I'm pretty sure it was Celtic lined into them, so they'd finish second.
Alright, you're saying that as if you're trying to disprove my point, but my point is that's 2 results in about fucking 10 seasons.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the days of Hearts beating Celtic 4-0 feel long ago.
I'm not asking for 4-0. What I'm asking for is to get results.
Well, they beat them at the start of Ange's run.
When was last... Yeah, but that was his first fucking game in charge. Like, official, domestic game. Like, when was the last time Hearts went to Glasgow and got a point? And when was the last time Hearts beat one of the old firm at Tynecastle?
Referees.
It's just not happening.
That's the problem.
I'm not saying we should be beating them. See if Hearts plays Celtic 10 times, I'm expecting at least a couple of wins.
But see, you know what the problem is though, right? See if Hearts and Aberdeen and Hibs, right, or whatever, see if they are literally losing 4 games a season to the old firm. That's 24 points. How the fuck are you supposed to keep close to them if it's that bad?
But I think that is why the gap's got bigger. I don't necessarily think that like Hearts are all of a sudden getting worse results against the other teams. I think it's more of a case of they're just taking nothing off the top two.
Yeah. And you know what? I'd be all. I mean, I'm not saying this just to help the other teams, but
I think last season, Hearts took 0 points. I think they took 0 points against the Old Firm. So at 24, I think they took 0.
I think that's the problem.
No, 32.
We need to change this
No,
league.
24.
We need to change this league into 20 teams, play each other twice. That's it. Honestly, I would.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be content with that, because then that would just mean Hearts are losing both games to Celtic. The point is, I don't care how many we play. I just want to start winning some.
Yeah, even in the cups, like, it's no good enough. It's not good enough, guys. But that's where we're going to leave this. We've got the mid-week review show wrapped up, and it's coming thick and fast, isn't it?
Very fast December, games taking place everywhere. Livingston, Davy Martindale, is it too late for them? I'm beginning to think it might be.
He's crying about the fact that they want the plastic pitch removed, and he said it's going to cost Livy $2.5 million.
Well, I tell you what, the fucking...
If it costs Livy $2.5 million, Livingston Football Club...
Good news is, I think going from next year, you only need to have like grass pitches in the Premier League, but I don't think Livy are going to be there, so...
Oh, is that official?
Yep.
Oh, they're fucked then?
Could this be a ploy for Livingston to get purposely relegated, so they don't have to pay the fee to get the pitch in?
Could be, but I mean...
Although, can
what's the end game?
Livy really afford to lose out on the away fan ticket? Because Livy make more money for away fans than the
Livy
home
are
fans.
we've said it before, Livy are a club, if they go down...
I don't think they're coming back
they're
up.
down.
I don't think they're coming
They
back
are
up.
down.
So, yeah, for Livy, I think they should be pushing everything January and Fest, because
Time fest.
I just think that once they go down, or maybe what they should do is, see their remaining home games, especially when they're taking on Celtic Rangers, maybe not let any fucking fans in, try and gain a bit of a home advantage, try and get the Tony Macaroni to be a bit of a fortress, like it used to be.
Tell you what, right? See if they started putting all of Martindale's empty fucking vodka bottles and seats to sell at the arena.
Uh-huh.
Paint them Livy colours. Make a bunch of stickmen out of his wee beer bottles. No?
Yeah, absolutely, aye.
Absolutely, guys. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, peace.